So there is an experiment performed by Christopher Chabris and Daniel Simons, and it involves participants watching a brief video that contains people in black shirts and people in white shirts. And the people partaking in the experiment were supposed to hone in on the people in white shirts and count how many times they passed a ball to one another, disregarding whatever was going on in the black shirt section. In the video, a man in a gorilla suit proceeds to walk into the middle of the screen, bang his chest, and walk right off. And what happened at the end of the experiment? Half of the participants didn't even notice the gorilla. And it's not subtle, guys. He's right there. Hey, stranger, Elaine, Aeris here. Welcome to my stream of consciousness. I'm here to pick you up and expand your mind today. I went in watching this video from the 90s, knowing what I was getting into. So, of course, I noticed the gorilla. I even tried to focus on the people in the white shirts and I couldn't. Knowing what was coming, I had to focus on the gorilla. That isn't to say that I wouldn't have gotten tricked by this experiment if I had partaken with no knowledge. So this really got me to thinking, what if we are so honed in on something in our own lives that we are missing a gorilla right in front of our field of vision? And what if we looked up for a moment, noticed the gorilla, and that was our ticket to where we actually needed to go? What if it's not a gorilla? Okay. What if it's this golden job opportunity, for example, but we are so honed in over here, focused on our day-to-day tasks, and then we have limiting beliefs about our career that tell us, oh, that opportunity is too good to be true, or I am underqualified, forget it, and you just let it go, and the gorilla prances on to the next person who actually wants to work with him. What if gorillas are popping up in our lives all the time and we dismiss them because we have tunnel vision or we're in survival mode? And this gorilla could be our ticket out of this mess. It's not a gorilla, it's your savior. Now, I know this wasn't necessarily the purpose of the experiment, to think of the gorilla as an opportunity, but this is how my mind operates. I always see metaphors within metaphors. As a matter of fact, I see life full of metaphors at every step and turn, and I think that if more of us started to observe the metaphors, they would be huge clues into the patterns that exist in our own lives. That's a subject for another day. I'm talking about this gorilla. What gorillas do you miss because you have tunnel vision and you are focused on something that might not even matter? How many gorillas have walked right in front of your field of vision and you have just dismissed them because you just don't notice? What if there are signs from the universe or God, if you believe in that sort of thing, broadcasting right in front of you, but you just don't even see them because you are focused on your day-to-day right here? What if there's a message on a billboard that would answer the question you have in your head, but you drive right past it because you are stressed about the commute? I wish I could remember the exact message, and it was too long ago that I can remember it properly. But I was in a very stressful job situation, and I knew I needed to get out of it. But fear of the unknown and fear of losing my safety net kept me in this role that was essentially sucking me dry. And I was driving down the road, and I was asking a question to God, is it time to get out of this? I look over and there's this billboard, and it says something along the lines of, absolutely yes. But the timing of it was so funny that I kind of had to chuckle, and I kind of had to wonder if that was my answer right in front of me, if that was the big gorilla banging its chest, right, and answering the question for me that I already knew the answer to, But I needed a sign, and there was a literal sign answering the question that I had just asked out loud to the universe. And it's funny, right? It's just a logic, and you would dismiss things like that as a total coincidence. But what if I experience things like this all the time? All the time. What does that mean then? Does that mean if your eyes are open to seeing them and that you're ready for them, that they might just pop up and show you? So if you feel so honed in and focused on something in your day-to-day life and it's taking all of your attention, but it's not taking good attention, it's just taking your attention. Maybe you're dwelling on negative thoughts that you don't need to be dwelling on. Maybe it's time to just pause and look up and see what you're missing. I would just say keep your eyes open. Maybe you're missing something very glaring right in front of you. Getting so distracted in life is like living the experiment. So who do you want to be in the experiment? Do you want to be someone who notices the gorilla, or do you want to just blindly watch who passes the ball? So maybe open up your eyes and see if you see him.